folded the bed linen, put it on the sofa with his pillow. I think he'd done national service.
He's very particular.
Is he still doing his hair?
He can't pass a mirror.
Ooh. Oh, that play that you were trying to stream last night. It's on in town.
Oh, I know.
The importance of being earnest. It's very important to be earnest. I'll try and score us a couple of tickets if you like.
Well, I might already be going.
Oh. Missed the boat, have I? Didn't have him down as much of a theatre goer.
Well, don't say anything.
Is it the one about the cucumber sandwiches?
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
So his troubles he's having at home.
Looking good?
My dad wants to see me. I'm not trying to put you off.
Well, it sounds like you are.
She's a bonny lass, and I can see why you might like her.
Ah, so you mean you fancy her and you're jealous?
She's trouble.
How'd you work that out, eh? Your sixth sense?
It's never let me down.
Of course, I forget. You're a man of the world, aren't you? Think you're Sean Connery because you've copped off once or twice and you've been to Canada. Meanwhile, what have I been through here, eh? Marriage, fatherhood, losing my wife to cancer. I mean, I'm practically wet behind the ears.
I wouldn't have had you down as each other's type.
Why not?
You're not exactly a meeting of minds.
But Sinead was.
Look, forget I said anything.
You just think that she's too hot. She's going to drop me.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it does sometimes happen.
Oh, but of course, it's never happened to you.
I've been stung many times.
She could have any bloke she wants, so why pick me?
I wouldn't have put it that bluntly.
See, this is why people don't get romantic advice off their nephews.
I've hurt your feelings.
How perceptive. Oh, for the record, Sarah is way, way, way out of your league.
Well, her daughter was way, way, way out of your league.
You locked up early.
It was quiet.
Doesn't work like that. The customers rely on those opening hours. So if Kevin needs a light bulb or some toilet paper, he needs to know that we are there for him.
Well, like if his light's gone in his lavvy.
Now listen. If you're going to be my general manager, then act like it. I trust you didn't stray too far from the sofa last night.
No.
Can we go now?
Yeah. No. Excellent. They're checking all the local security cameras.
Who?
The police. Who do you think? See if any of them caught her in the act.
Doubt Kelly did it.
Yeah, we don't know that.
No, we know she had a motive.
It's not proof.
It's a vendetta. Okay, and as soon as she admits to it, the sooner they can haul her back to prison, where she belongs.
We really need to get him out.
Yeah. I was going to take him to the Science Museum.
Again?
Oh, postman's in.
Oh, should I get myself a uniform?
Oh, it's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. What, both of us? Yeah, just hang on a tick. Si, could you look after Sam for a bit, please? We've just had another massive booking.
I was supposed to go into the cinema with Tyrese.
Well, you can do that any time.
Fine.
Oh, and by the way, did you drink all that apple juice yesterday?
No, why?
Why? Because there's about a 600% markup on it, that's why. Sorry, Debbie. Yeah, we're on. See you in a bit.
Right. I'll go and tell him.
Well, writing's a notoriously perilous profession, but this does show promise. All right, you pull back on the description and get another draft to me next week.
Thanks.
Summer, you still here?
Yeah? What was that all about?
Prakash, he wants to be a writer. He was letting me look at one of his stories.
Oh, dread to think.
Actually quite good for a 17-year-old. Not as derivative as you'd think. Listen, something I wanted to ask you.
Anything?
Mr. Osborne, time for a quick catch-up.
Yeah, all yours. To be continued.
Little lighter on the war paint tomorrow, Miss Spellman.
Yes, miss.
Your mobile's been going off non-stop.
Oh. Just catching up with Toya.
Catching up?
The police reckon that Kelly was the one that trashed Dev's car, but she insists she didn't. Oh, have you seen little Elsie yet? She's so cute.
No, I'm kind of making it a point not to mix with the staff anymore. You know, Toya does something wrong, you can't say anything. God forbid, send her back in.
Well, why would we fire Toya? Well, except for the fact that she's Peter's ex.
Like that bothers me.
Who's Dexter Gold and why is he asking how his jockey shorts are doing?
Dexter, I completely forgot about him.
Well, according to this, the order has to be done by Friday.
No. It's next month sometime.
But I didn't know anything about it. Right, I'm looking at the contract and it's in the States and the girls haven't even started.
Well, excuse me. I mean, we possibly got sidetracked, you know, by half the street falling down a massive giant sinkhole because nobody bothered to repair it. You know what this is? Blooming American dates, isn't it? Putting the month first.
Right, I'll email him back and I'll speak to Sally.
No, I'll email him. I'll sort it.
Yeah, but we can't sort it in 2 days.
Well, that's what express delivery is for, and it's not as if it's the biggest order in the world, is it? You know, and just for the record, I don't have to run everything by you.
I understand. Do we have the material?
I'll check now.
But you know, if you want to take a couple of days off.
Sarah, I misread the date, that's all. I've known Dexter for years, OK? I said I'll sort it.
Summer,
Oh, hi.
I wanted to ask you something before we were rudely interrupted. Mrs. Crawshaw and her pesky catch-ups.
Oh, she probably fancies you.
You after a detention?
Sorry.
Listen, by all means say no.
I won't.
Because I don't want you to feel like you have to, just because I'm your teacher. But if it isn't too short notice...
No, it's not.
If you might be available tonight.
Yeah, totally. Of course I'm available.
Oh, fantastic, because you've been such a big help the past 2 nights, and babysitters are like rocking horse manure. Beth and Kirk are tied up, and truth be told, Bertie's your #1 fan.
Right.
If you've got too much homework, or if you just can't spare the time, just say no.
No, it's fine.
Thank you. You're a lifesaver. I've booked tickets for the importance of being earnest.
Oh, enjoy.
Oh! You left this last night.
Oh, thanks.
7-ish.
Sure.
Fab.
Hey, honey. Yes, I was just thinking about you, ma'am. We're gonna have to work your training all around your schoolwork.
Because you want me to work for you, or because you couldn't afford it if I applied for apprenticeship?
Are we doing this again? Well, because I want you to work for me. Why? Although if you're putting me on the spot, then London isn't cheap, and it definitely didn't get any cheaper since we discussed this yesterday.
And you spent all your money on Asher.
Pardon?
Keeping that video off the internet. That's all he's trying to.
Okay. So what are you saying? There's nothing left for you? Come on, man. You would have done exactly the same in my position. Oh, I'll tell you what. If you really want to apply for this apprenticeship in London, then do it. Okay, I'll get a loan. We'll make it work the best that we can. All right? If you're that determined to give it a shot, then do it. All right? I'll support you any way I can. Are we done? Am I missing something?
You picked her over me.
Oh, you picked her over me. You picked her over me. Well, I'm sorry, mate. I didn't realize that you were, like, naked all over the internet. Please tell me that you're not.
When we crashed.
What?
Don't try and deny it. She was your priority. She always has been. But you never coming back for me.
Of course I was coming back for you, honey. I just didn't get a chance. I was...
You left me there to die.
Anyway, she does seem happier now, doesn't she? Now things have settled down a bit.
Yeah, it's good. So has he picked him up before?
Only once. He says he loves it. He's the only person I've ever met who actually enjoys doing the school run. I think he might be a hit with the yummies.
Oh, what, like he's Ryan Gosling or something?
Meow, Tyrone.
Hi, girls.
Mom, are my black joggers clean?
Why? What do you want them for?
Oh, she's been invited to a party. Marley?
Yeah, that's Hope's friend. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, well, Marley's little sister wanted Ruby to go, but I don't think Hope's been invited.
I mean, not that I know.
No, me neither.
Well, it's just a bit of nosebag round the corner, so I accepted on your behalf, unless she's busy.
So I've got to take her to a party that her sister's not even been invited to.
Look, I'll take her.
This is Penny, this is. She avoids me like the plague. She don't want Mally hanging around with Hope. We should say no.
I knew I'd screw this up. Ruby's all excited.
Look, Phil, it's not your fault. School pickups are an absolute nightmare. I mean, they all stand around in the little clusters, giving us the evils. Fizz, I don't mind, right? I'll just do whatever you think.
No, take her. It's not fair on Ruby, is it, for her to miss out? But Penny's kids aren't coming to either of their parties. Don't care if that sounds tight.
Well, I had no idea the playground was such a minefield.
It's not the kids, it's the mothers.
And it sounds like this one's a bad Penny.
Hey, I'll do the jokes.
Hey, a real Penny Dreadful.
Stop it.
I bet she's a right penny pincher, too.
Right, I'll go and speak to Hope. I'll try and soften the blow.
Yeah, there are no favourites in this family. Because she was unconscious, I just tried to get her somewhere safe.
Exactly. You tried to get her somewhere safe while I was trapped inside.
Yes, but I can only get you to safety one at a time. Oh, come on. You've been going for an awful lot lately, OK? What with your school, your first girlfriend, the future? And what happened to us, it's not an easy thing to get over, especially at your age when you just feel everything so much more. But nobody came first. I could not do that. You know, I'm never ever going to forgive myself for putting you both in harm's way, so come on, honey. Just get me a T-shirt. World's worst dad.
Ash!
Oh, what does she want?
Ash! Look, I didn't trash your dad's car. How stupid would I have to be?
You never went to your...
I did. It's not my fault Cole's denying it.
Who's Cole? Your alibi's denying and you want us to believe you?
There were rings on that counter and there was one left in that colour.
How much?
£1.
Yeah, well, she could have got them off the internet.
I asked the woman if she remembered a lad in a ponytail buying one exactly the same a few months back.
And?
Well, she didn't, but she'll remember me if the police can be bothered asking her. Look, Corey's gone to prison. It's over.
For you, maybe.
You know I didn't want any of this to happen.
And what was Seb's crime, Kelly? Liking a girl who didn't dress like you?
Nina, you know I don't want to go back to jail.
Yeah, well, you should have thought about that before you wrecked my dad's car.
I am telling the truth.
It's karma.
Kelly? Yeah, she's out. I do not fancy her. No, seriously, mate, I do not fancy her. She's just a mate, that's all. Look, Tyrese, I'm gonna have to go. My sort of little brother's been in his room all day. Yeah, in a bit, mate. Sam? Samuel L. Jackson, are you in there? Look, mate, why don't we just watch some on telly, eh? Yeah. Whatever you want. I'm not gonna bite. My mum died too. You know that, don't you? Why don't you do me a favour, eh? Why don't you just knock on the door twice just to let me know that you're okay? Okay. Good lad. Here she is.
You know, what's the big emergency?
Oh, no, there's no big emergency, love. Just a late lunch. Very late lunch, that's all.
Are you serious? I'm up to my eyeballs over there.
Well, then, that's all the more reason for you to fuel up, isn't it? We don't want you collapsing on the job, do we?
You think I'm cracking up?
No. I think
You've thrown yourself back into things with undue gusto, shall we say?
No, we shall not say. But what do you want me to do? Sit around grieving? I mean, what is grieving anyway? Don't sound like my idea of fun.
Love, you know when people are running on empty, that's when they start to make mistakes.
Who have you been talking to?
Nobody. All right, then. I bumped into Sarah in the cabin.
Unbelievable. She snitched on me.
She said you hadn't been yourself.
I read an American date the wrong way round. That the month is at the front. Why am I explaining myself to you? This is boring.
Because we care about you, that's why.
I bet she bumped into you on purpose, didn't she? Oh, now you're going to say I'm being paranoid.
I'm going to say you're hungry. Now sit down. Please. Please, come on, sit down.
I'm trying to understand how difficult the past few weeks must have been for you. Difficult it must be trying to get through this for everything. Especially without your mother.
It's got nothing to do with Mum.
I think she was looking out for us. Didn't you?
It's a nice idea.
Yeah. You know, I think about it like every day. I know you do. So maybe she did get us through it, maybe because she's in our thoughts, and maybe that's how these things work.
If Ash wanted to go to London, money would magically appear. Everything you said yesterday was a lie.
No. I meant every single word.
Bernie said you couldn't afford it. That's a real reason.
Well, you know, our family's finances have got nothing to do with Bernie, right?
So why did you tell her?
We were just talking. So what do you want me to say? That keeping your sister's videos off the internet has bled me dry? It's true. But I was trying to protect her. I was thinking about her future.
What about my future?
I'm investing in your future now.
Because it suits you, because it's cheap.
No. And honey, you know, with all due respect, okay, you don't know what things cost. Because everything costs money. I can't just, like click my fingers. For example, okay, take the car. It was written off, right? So we buy a brand new one and that gets smashed to pieces. Have you any idea what that costs?
They were insured.
Okay, and what about the excess? Do you know what that is? I think there's hidden charges everywhere you look, and that's what life's like. We are just a single income family. And I'm just trying to keep my head above water, and I am sorry, honey. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that you're hurt, and I'm sorry that, like, I haven't been there for you. But the last thing I needed was someone like Kelly Nealon just taking a rage out on me. So come on, babe. Come on.
She didn't.
And what?
Wasn't Kelly Nealon.
How would you know that?
It's Tyrone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ruby's a darling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry Hope isn't here. But she could only invite 8, they said.
Right, well, that's a shame.
We had to pick names out of a hat.
Look, Hope's been through a lot.
And she'll come through it.
She's not the devil.
Everybody knows that.
Was her name in the hat?
Of course it was.
See, you know what? I don't think it was. I don't think Hope's name was ever in the running, unless Marley wanted her to come, but it was you that said no.
Some parents might not want Hope around their children, but we don't feel like that, I can assure you. Hope's problems are the school's problems, the community's problems. They're all of our problems.
But you just couldn't find it within yourself, could you, eh?
Ruby was a spur of the moment thing.
I wish you could have seen Hope's face when she got back from school.
Fizz's new boyfriend seems nice.
Yeah, look, we've got something else on at 5, so we're going to have to get going.
Already?
Yeah, already.
I'll fetch her a goodie bag. I could do one up for Hope if you'd like.
No. No, don't bother.
Hi.
could you let her take the blame?
I didn't. You decided she was
She could have gone straight back to prison. Okay, well, when were you going to speak up?
I'm speaking up now.
I'm calling the police.
What are they going to do?
I don't know, but they're going to want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to them.
Well, maybe you haven't got a choice. What were you thinking?
I had a drink.
Yeah, you had a drink. Well, I suppose you helped yourself to that as well, did you?
Kelly is a lying little tramp. No, she's still insisting that she went to York to get Nina that ring.
No, maybe she did.
Well, you changed your tune.
Kelly didn't vandalise the car.
What? Him?
Okay, come on. It's been a difficult time.
Why don't you tell her the truth?
About what?
Tell her.
You think she's been getting all the attention?
Is that a joke?
I'm not blaming you for anything.
Why not? Why is it never her fault? She stripped off in the first place.
Oh, we're still arguing over that.
I mustn't upset Asher. No, whatever we do, we can't upset the princess. Whether it's her skin, her taking a kit off, or her boyfriend's getting done for murder.
How can you blame me for that?
I'm not blaming you for anything. No, you're perfect. And if you do mess up, you got him to make it right. No wonder he saved you first.
Oh, boo-hoo, Ardy. You sound about 4. Can't believe you smashed up Dad's car. Is he going to get arrested?
I don't know.
Let him. But when they release me, not coming back here.
Don't be ridiculous.
Why, she moved out. Why shouldn't I?
Because you've got nowhere to go.
Double standards.
You could spend the night in a cell.
I don't want to be in his family anymore. I'm serious. I'm done.
Oh, you're pathetic. No, don't ring him. Let him go.
I'm not ringing him.
Who are you phoning then?
The police.
Coronation Street continues in half an hour.